Hey everyone, welcome back. Before we get into this video, I want to first talk about Operation Olive Branch. This is a non-profit grassroots organization dedicated to providing essential support to refugees. They have launched several projects and sponsorships to help refugees in Gaza and Rafah. For as little as $18, you can sponsor just one blanket for a person in need. It may not sound like a lot, but it will make a huge difference. All the information will be linked below in the description box. And for the record, I am not getting paid by this organization to say this, nor am I monetized. I am doing this because I can and will continue to do so. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I appreciate the time you took to listen. Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome to my first remote workday in my life of 2025. My name is Kay and I have a full-time job as a project coordinator. I get 2 remote days and 3 office days. Now, because I live in New York City, I like to take the opportunity to work outside of my apartment on one of my remote days. I know how lucky I am to be able to do this, so I'm always happy to share these adventures. So today, I decided to head to Midtown East, specifically 42nd Street, because I wanted to work in the Schwartzman Library building. However, it is still a little early and not open yet, so I grabbed breakfast at Gregory's Coffee Shop. This is one of my favorite places to hang out if I need to because the food here, the Wi-Fi, the ambiance, it's all pretty good. I decided to get, surprise surprise, an iced Americano and a vegan deluxe sandwich. I will say I was a little disappointed on how the sandwich turned out because I had to eat it with a fork and a knife, but overall it was pretty delicious. Does anyone else feel more productive in a cafe? I don't know what it is, but I love working in a cafe. Maybe I enjoy the background noise. I don't know. Cafes are obviously not an ideal place for like a full day of work, but I feel like an hour or two, it can be a very productive place. Let me know what you all think. Once the building was open, I went through the main entrance along 5th Avenue. There is another way to enter this building if you wanted to avoid like the crowds and tourists, which I will show you later. But the main entrance, wow. I find it stunning every single time I enter. And since it was still early January, the Christmas tree and holiday decor were still up. I just love the way it all looks. It's definitely like a vibe. Fun fact, because I'm full of them, the building opened in 1911 and it took 16 years to design and to complete, and it was the largest building built in marble at the time in the US. Once I was inside, I went to the Rose main reading room, which is on the 2nd floor, and I just settled into a seat. I don't know how to describe that. This room is both really quiet and really loud at the same time. If you're coming here to study or work, tourists do have a set time to enter the main reading room, so there isn't like a constant flow of people. Majority of people here are literally just there to work, read, study, since this is a pretty big library. If you're looking to do research, this is a place where you can like request specific books that you might not normally find in some of the other New York public libraries. And it's also just in general a very quiet and just beautiful place to work, you know? lunch, I decided to head out because you can't really eat inside the main reading room, but as you can see, the line as I exited the building pretty much doubled with the amount of people waiting to go in. I'm sure this is just like the end of the holiday rush or something, because typically I've never seen it this crowded on a weekday. Anyway, I decided to go to Le Botanist to have lunch, which I feel like I show this place a lot. I do go here a lot. It's just because I love it. Like, I really like the food here. And there's not a lot of places that are like casual dining places where you can buy your food at the counter and go sit down. Especially in the Midtown area, I feel like unless it's a restaurant of some kind, a lot of the casual dining places are to-go type of spots. So I came here for lunch and I got the vegan sushi, which is mainly like beets, carrots, rice, a little bit of avocado, and a piece of tofu. And then I also got the chia seed brownie, which is divine. So definitely recommend this place if you haven't tried it yet. Afterwards, I went to take a stroll around Bryant Park to see the Winter Village while it was still up. Typically, all the shops are still open about a week after the holidays. Some vendors even offer some like sales or discounts. I did do a full video where I walked through the Winter Village, which I will post here if you're interested. Was craving a hot chocolate because it was a bit chilly, plus I feel like I needed a pick-me-up, especially after having lunch. So I went to this place called the Winter Pie Shop because they're one of the few places that offers like a vegan hot chocolate option. I don't really drink dairy, so they make theirs with oat milk, and instead of milk chocolate they use dark chocolate. It's really delicious overall, but it is an expensive cup of hot chocolate. I think this one cup cost me like about $9, not including the tip I gave to the barista. And so pretty much after getting my hot chocolate, I just sat down and chilled for a while before heading back to the library. So this is the other entrance that I wanted to show you. So this entrance is actually along 42nd Street. Now, it doesn't take you through, the marble staircase where you see the tree or the decor and all of that, but it does take you through like the back end, and you just need to take the elevator to the second floor to get to the main reading room. So I worked for the last couple hours of my day, and then after clocking out, I decided to explore the first floor of the building, which from what I remembered was a gift shop and an exhibit hall. It seems like it was now renovated to include a cafe in the gift shop, which was new to me. I've never seen a cafe there before, so that was pretty cool. And also, it looks like they have now a permanent exhibit hall, which you can see like artifacts, artwork, books, and other such things on display from past exhibits, which I thought was also pretty neat. So I left the library around or close to 5 p.m. It was dark out when I left, so I decided to walk to the Upper West Side. The reason for this is because I did make plans to have dinner with a friend at this restaurant called Canto, which is an Italian place on West 67th Street and Broadway. And honestly, even though it was cold, I love walking the city. I love walking the avenues, the street, anytime, any day of the season. Plus, with all of the holiday lights still up, it was pretty cool to see like the city just lit up at night. The walk to the Upper West Side from Midtown East is pretty decent, or at least for me it is. You do need to cross a couple avenues as you head north, but once you get past Times Square, it's pretty straightforward. I would say it's about 30 minutes or so to get to the Columbus Circle area, and then another couple minutes to get to Lincoln Center, which is a few more blocks north along Broadway. Anyway, I did get to the Upper West Side a bit early. My friend made reservations at the restaurant for 7 p.m. and I was there pretty much an hour and a half early. So I decided to grab a cup of tea and a pastry at this cafe called Rosetta. And I didn't expect this cafe to be so crowded around this time because I feel like typically after 4 o'clock, things are pretty empty. But then it occurred to me that people are probably having a meal or something before they go see a show across the street at the Lincoln Center. So I did spend some time reading at the cafe before meeting up with my friend for our reservation. I did not really film our meal or anything like that. I did get a couple snippets of the restaurant, which you will see. So I am going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this remote day in my life. Don't forget to hit that like button if you did. Here is hopefully to more content to come. Anyway, have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you are. Hope to see you again real soon. Bye!